Hello to the beautiful Aries. Welcome to your zodiac reading for your sun, moon, Venus, or rising positions in your birth chart. Very significant positions in your birth chart. My name is Kay and this is the Collective Soul Tarot. I want to tell you about Astro.com. I'm not affiliated with them, but Aries, if your sun sign is obviously Aries, but you go to Astro.com, ASTRO.com, get yourself a free account and then request a free birth chart that you'll get right away in your email. You'll put your name, your birth date, and where you're located in the world, and possibly your time of birth if you know it, and you'll get a birth chart that's going to give you all those positions. Now, it's not a big deal if you don't know your time of birth, because a lot of us don't, but it just helps to make it more accurate and specific to you, right? So there would be also, when you look at your birth chart, you're going to see the moon, like probably just a little sign, symbol that looks like, a quarter moon or half moon or whatever. Venus and your rising positions on top of your sun, of course. Your sun position is Aries. And then your rising, which it's called ascend or ascending on the birth chart. I have one myself. So you will have 3 other zodiac readings that you can refer to. That can help give you more information, because it is a significant part. That particular sign is a significant part of your whole entire life, because you were born with those signs in those positions at that time. So let's not take any more time, and without further ado, let's delve in and see what's going on with you, Aries. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, thank you for being with me. Will you please provide clarity, guidance, and assistance so that I can interpret the cards and the energies correctly for our Aries. For our Aries, this is September 2023, Friday the 7th. TGIF, right? One more shuffle, guys, then we'll cut and go. I'm going to do the Celtic cross spread. Yeah. I learned this from a wonderful tarot card reader that I only am subscribed to 2 different tarot card readers, and she's one of them, and I just adore her. She's Deb's channel guidance, something like that. Deborah Clare channel guidance. That one there. Okay, because I don't think of her YouTube channel name much. I just think of hers. Deborah Clare, Clare. Okay, let's go, guys. I give her a shout out to her because I love her. Current energy, wow. Overall energy, the current situation, 3 of Swords. Somebody's brokenhearted. Aries, somebody's brokenhearted. Is it you? Or did you break the heart of somebody? Okay, just clearing the table, sorry. Challenge is the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. Being in a commitment with somebody else, possibly, or having chosen, maybe you, I'm not gonna, guess. Let's just keep going. The Hierophant energy. Okay, well, you were in a third party situation. Your heart is broken as a result because somebody was married and that made you a third party, or you put somebody in a third party situation, a role in your life, that with somebody that you see as a truly strong soulmate, divine soulmate in your life, in your distant past. You met them, right? This is Death card, okay? Recent past, something's come to an end. And as a result of an ending, a rebirth or transformation takes place. When something ends, something has to come as a result of that, because there's been a lot of change and learning, growing, whatever. And so there's going to be a transformation. Somebody is going to transform into a different person. And therefore, your life is going to change greatly. What is Aries thinking about? 4 of Swords. Okay, healing, spending time healing. I gotcha. Maybe you needed it after this ending. an abrupt end that might have been very, very painful for you. Wow. What's the bridging energy? The moon. Okay, because you've been sitting in a lot of fear and suppressing your emotions, your feelings for people, just not saying anything and just keeping things hidden. That's the bridging energy. Perhaps it's going to be in the reverse, which is no longer hiding your emotions. But we'll find out. Providing clarity, to somebody or something. What's in your fears, Aries? Two of Pentacles. You fear you're not going to be able to juggle and manage whatever that means to you, whether it's juggling and managing your feelings and your thoughts, so that they're, in cahoots with one another, your heart and your mind, right? Sorry, I was just looking at the picture. Or you're afraid that you're not going to be able to figure out how to manage moving towards somebody whose heart you broke, and your heart is broken as a result, whatever. Okay? Something like that. That's what I would be getting. Who's in your environment? The Ace of Wands. Somebody who is passionate and who's passionate and inspired, has a lot of passion, inspired, and is divinely inspired. It's about being divinely impassioned and inspired. That's the person that's in your environment, okay? That environment doesn't mean someone who's, I just want to be clear with this, it doesn't necessarily mean this person is in your, immediate vicinity, or even in the next state or the next whatever country that's close by. Geographically, this is energy as well. They be in your energy because you think about them, or they think about you, and both of you think about each other. So you're in each other's energy, in each other's auras, right? And there's reasons for that. Soulmate connections. What are you hoping for, Aries? You're hoping for a 5 of Pentacles. No. You're actually hoping not to be left out in the cold anymore by this situation. You may be feeling as though the person that you came not correctly towards is leaving you out of your life. You're missing that person. There's separation and distance between two people. Could be financial concern too, but you're hoping that you'll have enough resources, financial resources, to be able to remove that distance and that separation between the two of you. Okay, what's the potential outcome if you manage all this in the very immediate future or nearby future? The Hermit. Okay. All right. This is, I feel as though this would be you already having been isolated and getting the goods from the divine, figuring out and learning about yourself and what you've been up to and what you've been doing with other people in your life, relationship-wise, maybe even just in general. You're starting to see, you're seeing, you're being guided, revealed information during your isolation that what you've been doing, you're wised up. You see, you've been in touch with the cosmos. You're on a path going up. You're not going back. You're going to go up even higher. You've been like that, but you're coming out of isolation. You want to be able to move towards this one here, no longer feeling left out in the cold by them, managing your way to manage not only your emotions and your thinking, heart and mind. You are managing to find a way to move towards them and enjoy. Look at that little tiny dolphin there. Joyful energy, smart too. There's the ship right there and the moon guiding the way. So you want to manage your resources and your time and your energy and just your ideas, like how am I going to do this, right? How am I going to get us together? You're going to figure it out. And when you do, you're going to come out of it way, way wiser than you ever have been. Okay? That's because you're including your, you're including your heart in this. Okay, so I guess that I did that for a reason. Let's clarify those two energies there. The Empress, wowee, and the Tower. Okay, well, either you're married and this woman is your wife and mother of your child, and the Tower came down on that, or this is the Empress. This is the one that you want to move towards and be a wiser person as a result of having your energies balanced here. Yeah, and the Tower, she's going to be shocked, like literally. Like a Tower can be a good Tower in the sense that it can bring great surprise. You know, the person's going to be extremely shocked to see you show up in their life after so much time, maybe excuse me, going by where they haven't heard from you or you weren't in their life at all. Okay, so we're going to have clarification for the Ace of Wands. Someone who has got strength, fortitude, and courage, and who's a star in their own right, who's healed their life. They've actually healed their life. This person here who's in divinely inspired and impassioned to live their life courageously is doing so because they healed. The divine has helped them heal. And that's why they're so impassioned and inspired to live their life now in any way, shape, or form that makes them very, very happy and feeling content. They're ready to do that because they are a star in their own right. Like they have used the cosmos to help them understand who they are in this world. And they might be a light worker, right? Somebody who is highly inspired, like divinely connected, you know, using that divine connection in ways to help heal other people's hearts as well with her or his information, right? What they know to be true, which has helped them, that same truth helped them heal. Yep. So she has found her strength and her courage. She tamed the beast in her, which is the ego, right? She's tamed the beast and she's able to have made friends with the beast here, and she's moving along in her life with the ego in tow. All right, she's looking forward but up a little, right? She's very confident, courageous. Wow, that's lovely. So on the back of the deck we have the sneaky Seven of Swords energy, which would have been Aries. Judgment. You've been judged and you've made a final decision about that. You've had your back up against the wall and you put up some healthy boundaries so that you can figure out how to turn your back on the past and get out of your head here and leave your Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Yep, that's it. You've got a plan. You've put a plan together and you're progressing towards that, and that would be because you are no longer fighting for this commitment with your Queen of Pentacles, and you're no longer up in your head about that. Like you're clear. You've got your blindfold off, and you know that you're free to step out of the swords, like through your thoughts. You're free to get clear from them, so that you can make the decision. The final word, that Judgment card, the decision to put this commitment with her behind you. But you're feeling brokenhearted because she might have done something that caused your heart to break, but you're brokenhearted too because you know how you've done what you've done to your Empress. This one here, this strong soul contract you have with the connection that you had in the past. And this this kind of a business, this is kind of like having a business or career connection with somebody. Yeah, right? You and she were in business with each other in some way, shape, or form. Whether your families were both in business, you know, when you were growing up, or her family's in the business, runs a business, or your family, or you've been running a business, you're an entrepreneur, whatever. You somehow met this one through that kind of area of your life, because you've been very pentacle focused in your life, more so than heart centered. You had enough love just to be able to attract somebody in that department, the romantic department, and to get by, right, from day to day, to stay together, to stay committed, but never to the depth of diving deep into your heart, into your emotions, to really truly feel deeply for somebody. And these hardships that you've been having, that's been breaking your heart, is starting to show you, like wake you up to what it is that you've been missing out on, because you've been so materially focused as opposed to the love unconditional department focused. Let's go ahead and begin. Archangel Michael, please explain the broken heart, the Three of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. 2 3s. So let's see, 3 3 or 3 3 3. The Empress is also a 3, right? So what can we know about these two energies? For Aries, 8 of Cups, you walked away from somebody. 6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands with the Knight of Swords. Okay, so in the past, you walked away from somebody, that you broke someone's heart. Your heart may be broken as a result because you did not give equally. There was no equal reciprocity here, give and take, to that person. But you walked away feeling, you know, you had your pride and your ego very much intact, and that's the reason why you had something to do with this Empress in the past while you were married. Okay, your ego is very much in charge at that time. I want to see these cards when I talk. Okay, and now let's get the energy of the Hierophant. If that's your current situation, you're brokenhearted because of your ego. Really, it's because of your ego and your material world focus, your pentacle focus, wanting to forge more pentacles, thinking that would make your foundation secure and solid. But it didn't, obviously, right? There's no heart. Where's the heart other than the broken heart? Oh, these are the hearts that you left behind, that love that you left behind. You walked away from that one that you had to walk away from. You had a lot of love for this one, but you had to walk away. So a Hierophant, the Hanged Man, the Chariot, and this one wants to come out with the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Okay, immaturely, you had been not looking at your life the way, from the perspective you should have been looking at it. You were sacrificing yourself and your marriage by moving towards somebody in player energy here. You just recklessly moved towards with the Chariot, towards somebody in player energy to have a little light-hearted fling thing with, a fling thing with, all right? But not realizing it till some time later, you were attached to this person, and you actually start feeling for this person. King of Cups, okay? That's the energy of the distant past. You got involved, you were married, and it was just all about, the wand, basically having a good time with your wand, and getting what you could, and then leaving it behind because you were devoted and committed to somebody else. You're Queen of Pentacles here. So in the recent past, that's kind of oxymoron, isn't it? Yeah, the recent past. I was, okay. Yeah, that's right. Recent past. Not current past. That's an oxymoron. Okay. Recent past, Aries, we have death. Death and transformation, right? Queen of Cups. Three of Cups. Page of Cups. Wow, there's a lot of love there with the Ten of Cups. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wee. Okay, because you started feeling your heart. You started feeling that pang in your heart that you're missing somebody, and that somebody was someone that you actually developed feelings for. More so deeper feelings than you have had developed for this one here, or whoever else you were with. This is the Empress now we're talking about, who is also the Queen of Hearts. So you had ended things with her back then. But since then, you've transformed. You're transforming into the person who is your equal counterpart. You two of you could be on the same page now because you're both feeling your hearts and giving your hearts. The King of Cups isn't necessarily expressive, but they feel it. They feel the heart. That's the most important thing. Before, it was more like, what can I do to make more money? What can I do to feel more secure? My family, my life. What can I do, right? Work, right? To make sure that you had enough money to be able to hang on to and feel secure, right? So now you're feeling your heart. So you put an end to something, which probably is this. You had ended this with her, all right? This is, the Ten of Cups would be a relationship that, a commitment that you had with her as family, right? But you've ended that too. Ended that, or you are ending it. It's just maybe very recently, like recent past, ended. And you're still reeling in the pain and confusion about all of that, because maybe your Queen of Pentacles did something, or maybe you just finally said, look, I can't ignore the pangs in my heart anymore of having left somebody, that I've developed some very strong feelings for. So, where is the Death card now? What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I ended it with her in the past, distant past, but now I'm having to end this with her, this commitment in the recent past. It's ended. And so I have the ability now, because that's been, that's ended, that's been put away, or at least enough degree where you're feeling as though this is all this stuff that belongs here. You're feeling as though, it's not going to be you're not going to be having her in a third party anymore. Your Queen of Cups, who's your Empress, right? She is not going to be in a third party role. In fact, she is going to, you see her as being able to reunite with her and celebrate in good times. That's what you're hoping for. Celebrating in good times, to offer her an apology and a cup of love, to tell her how much you admire her and that you've been keeping an eye on her, and that you see her as a darling, because that's the Queen of Cups after all, the darling of the deck. And and you're telling her that you've moved away. Moved away not only from her, she knows that, you don't have to tell her that, but you've left this commitment behind, the Eight of Ten Cups you left behind. All right? Put an end to that. And you want to have this Ten of Cups with her, even though that's what you broke, you left, you walked away from with this one, but it doesn't mean you don't want it with her. You want to take that a leap of faith, right, towards her, hoping that she will be receptive. She's got a big heart, because she's the Queen of Cups after all, and she forgives. So Aries, that's what you need to know, is that Queen of Cups, Empress, they're in forgiveness mode, but they're also wise. So if your intentions are pure and true, to give your heart and not to snatch it back again, if she comes to know that about you, she's going to be receptive to you, and she's going to hear you out, and she probably will agree to start a life with you. I'm just saying, okay? Aries, what's the Four of Swords? Five of Cups. Yeah, you're missing her. Knight of Swords. and Temperance with the Two of Swords. Okay. You know you've been sitting on the fence for a very, 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 very long time and been experiencing a great deal of stress over what you've been doing because you've had time to think. You've been put into hermit mode. Yeah, you've been in hermit mode. You've had time to think about the error of your ways and how much you miss this darling from the past. This is the Five of Cups, which is in remorse and regret and missing somebody, deeply missing somebody, okay? And that's why you have been thinking, I need to rest. I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to heal. I need to heal so that I can get out of missing and actually taking action towards her in a way that's going to divinely inspire truth. I can lay it all down in front of her, telling her how much I love her, how much she brings so much peace and temperance in my life. Like I feel calm whenever I think of her, of being with her. She is the calm, soothing effect on my mind and on my heart whenever I think about her. Because I was in this, though, not making a decision, being indecisive, shoving and blocking her out of my life, shoving my emotions down, I caused a lot of stress. But I had a lot of stress as well, thinking that, well, I want to be with her and all that I did with her, right? My past love. I want to be with her, but at the same time, I'm in this relationship, so that means I would have to do what I need to do in order to end the relationship with my Queen of Pentacles, which is going to break everybody's heart. And if you have kids, it's going to break their hearts too. You know all that. That's very stressful. Zap the life out of you, stress. Not allowing you to sleep. You're not getting the sleep and the rest that you need because it's always on your mind. And so you have to start thinking, weighing things out like this, right? Weighing things out. Okay. What is it that would make me feel the best in the long run, not the short run? Which is it? Is it going to be her, or is it going to be my committed relationship with my Queen of Pentacles? Do I want to live in a commitment that is secure and safe and familiar and all of that? Like we built a lot together, whatever. We have a lot of connections in the communities, relatives, business-wise, whatever this is, right? Am I willing to live the rest of my years of my life not really truly feeling fulfilled? Because this is not fulfilling. It's all about what we can achieve, obtain to create a world, our life, a world of security and safety for us and our family. So that we can have wonderful, engaging, not engaging necessarily, but wonderful, exciting vacations together, holidays, and being able to buy whatever we want, have a beautiful big house, have really great sports cars and other type of vehicles that we need for the family. We just will have everything because we've amassed a lot through our hard work, right? Is that enough for me? Look at what I'm doing. Is that enough for me? Or is actually feeling fulfilled and maybe having less, because less is more, maybe having less, but living a much calmer, more peaceful, engaging, intimate life, heart to heart with somebody, the King and the Queen of Hearts, right? That's the thing that you've been having to weigh like this. It's been highly stressful, and it's really taken the life out of you. Okay, so let's check out the moon energy. What's been hidden or not hidden anymore? Let's see, is it upright or reverse? Reverse is not being hidden anymore. The moon, you're letting go of fears when it's reverse. You're being more upfront and revealing kind of thing. You're showing your emotions more. You're letting your emotions come up in you so that you can feel them and acknowledge them. All right, what's the moon? Ace of Swords, the World, successful completion, and the Page of Pentacles with the Magician. I would say that's in reverse. All right, you are no longer unclear, uncertain, fearful, fearful and not, and just like putting it down because you just didn't have the you just didn't have the bandwidth to be able to deal with your emotions on top of everything else in your life and your other thoughts of what you did in the past, and you keep thinking about her all the time because you keep an eye on her all the time. 2, she's in your energy, you're in hers. So the divine has been providing clarity for you, and which has allowed you to, divine, it says, you got to bring your heart into it. That's what we are. The divine is your heart. So listen to us, gain some clarity, and be transparent and transform your life so that you can successfully complete this cycle and happily, with excitement, move into a new cycle with your heart very much at the helm now, unconditional love for somebody that you're feeling, and offer them your pentacle. Come forward and tell them how much you want to be tangibly, not just energetically, but tangibly in your life. You're manifesting that with them. You are coming forward because you've been manifesting a reunion with your Queen of Hearts, right? So what's she thinking? What's our Queen of Hearts all about here? Okay, let's get her energy off there because it doesn't belong there. Aries, what's this Ace of Wands energy here for the one that's in your environment? Six of Swords, from rough waters to calmer water. 4 of Cups, because of being rejected before and betrayed. 9 of Pentacles, pre-Empress, okay? She has done this growing with the divine at the helm in her life now, instead of her ego. She's been able to lay her ego aside, but in tow, right? That's the beast within. She's got that chain around. She's hanging on to her ego because the ego does protect you. In the material world, your ego gives you instincts. You have instincts of what, there might be some danger just around the corner if I walk down the street, that kind of thing, right? Well, she has become very independent and successfully independent, and she's wiser, and she has a lot going for her. Very capable, skillful, and beautiful, really. She's got herself together, and she is she's well put together from her hardships, from her life that she experienced in the past. She's put that all aside. She's healed. Remember the star, she found strength to do that, and this gave her strength to go out on a passionate new beginning, away from troubles, any troubles like rough waters, into calmer waters, away from people who have rejected her in her past, and who betrayed her, broke her heart, right? Betrayed her. So she's very much in a new energy, which of course is the Empress energy. And this is going to shock the heck out of her when you finally come forward. Okay, so that's who she is now. She's, not just pre-Empress and independent, living independently, not codependently. She's done well for herself. She's pulled herself up by her bootstraps, as they say in the US, right? Pulled herself up by her bootstraps, and she's picked herself off the pavement after she was peeled onto the pavement from being run over by someone who broke her heart. So Aries, that would have been you. Maybe others too. It's not just all you, probably. She's lived a life, right? Still living it. So the Hermit in reverse, coming out of isolation, being wiser. What can we know about the Hermit in reverse energy? Thank you so much. There we go. King of Wands, someone's taking action after coming out of isolation. 10 of Pentacles, somebody who's been wanting to give a long-term commitment. Because of the past, you're very much remembering and focused on, there's the Queen of Wands, remembering what you did in the past, you put her in the other woman. Like, you're keeping all that in your mind because it helps you. It helps you take the correct action to no longer be having her in as an option in your life, because you were so deceptive and in devilish energy, having put her in as the other woman in your life that time when you were with your Queen of Pentacles, way back when in the distant past. You need to remind yourself of that. So you're looking at all the things that you've done, the seeds that you've sown in the past, and what you've grown as a result, which is, not that much, right? 7 of Pentacles, it's a good lot, right? You've grown a lot, but at the same time, you've grown a lot of material of, achievements, but no heart, no cups, because you put that one cup that you fell for back here as an option. Very, very not nicely so, Aries. So now you have been introspective and contemplated and unhealed and all that sort of, you're thinking about healing. You're going to take charge here as the King of Wands, upright and, like manly, good looking, and going like, you are the one I want, and I'm not going to take no for an answer. In fact, I want to offer you a long-term commitment with the 10 of Pentacles, which is so much. You two come together, you're going to have so much that you're just going to be able to have lots to be able to contribute to others, to help others with, and to hand down to your families, your children and your children's children. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I mean, you do acknowledge that she's going to be coming forward as the Queen of Swords when she closes her mouth after being totally shocked that you are actually messaging her or coming forward to see her. This would be messaging, communicating back and forth, right? She's going to be completely shocked. It's gobsmacked, just like her mouth is going to be gaping open. So I hope, let's see here. Let's see what we can get, Aries, with respect to messages from you to her, okay? And then we'll close the reading. If you'd like to stick around for these messages. Just a little bit extra divinely led messages from the heart, basically. The truth. What can we know? What can we know? We got, there is a third party. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe that third party is your child or children. May not be your wife. There was definitely a third party before, which she was the third party. Destiny is taking us down different paths. Yeah, when you were in third party, Aries, when you were in a third party situation where you had your Queen of Cups Empress in the reverse, Queen of Wands, the other woman role, that definitely, your destiny, it was, I wouldn't even call it destiny, but it was taking you down different paths away from each other. Friends or families disapprove of this connection. All right, well, you got a lot of other people's expectations and interference in your life that you're going to have to stand solid on your feet to be able to have what you want, to the person that you want in your life, the relationships you want in your life. You're just going to have to put up some healthy boundaries about that and say, yep, family and friends, I'm sorry you feel that way. I do love you dearly, but I have to do what I feel in my heart is right for me. And there you go. That's that heart, right? Let's do the Hidden Truth Oracle for her. What would your Empress, Queen of Cups, want to say to you? Yeah, what would she want to say to you? You are manifesting this. Look at this dude here. He's serious. See those eyeballs? Love is at the top, and then there's the wand and the sword, equally balanced, and the pentacle at the bottom. Okay? Now we know what's really most important. They're all important, but cup should be a priority. That's unconditional love. That's your heart. That's God. That's your soul. That should be your priority. You should be walking like a cup of unconditional love with two legs in your life. Equally balanced with the material world, your logic. She wants to, I know I messed up everything. Well, that's the way she felt back here. That somehow by loving you, offering you her cup of love, divinely inspired cup of love, that somehow that messed everything up, and that's why you ran. But that we know that's not so. I love you unconditionally. Talk about a big cup of love, right? Yep. That's what you want, really. And that's what you haven't had all of your life. Your entire life. I want to feel that way again. So she wants to feel, whoo, doggy, whatever magnetism, whatever welled up inside of her when she was in a connection with you. You were hers, and she was yours, even though she didn't realize you weren't really. She felt like she had everything she wanted. You were the one. Okay, that's the way she felt, and she wants to feel that way again. But it's not going to necessarily be with you if you don't hurry up and get yourself situated in better energy. Come out of your hermit mode and get busy moving towards her. This breakup was a horrendously painful ending for you. I get it, I do. But the longer you sit in that and not just taking charge and moving forward, the longer, the sooner that you're going to lose out on her. She's going to move. She's going to move on, and you're not going to be part of that life. So I hope that helped, Aries. Please take care of yourself, and we'll check in with you next month. Bye now.